Everyone, it's me, your boy, Face, and today we're going to be talking about Lego Star Wars: The Complete Sega Retrospective. So this game is basically about Lego and Star Wars, and as you can see, each different episode has their own room, and then it'll have all the levels inside of that room. I would say this game's really well made, and this game is a masterpiece. In today's video, I'm going to be talking why it's a masterpiece. So you spawn in, and then you'll see, it'll tell you puzzles you can do. And then you'll see all different levels. So level 1, you begin with negotiations. And this negotiation level is a perfect starter level a video game has ever had in the history of video games, in my opinion. But it'll set you into the story of the Phantom Menace as you see a spaceship close to the building. And I'm not gonna lie, this shows what the game's about. It does a perfect job of combining the wacky sense of Lego and the serious tone of Star Wars. As shown in this first scene, you can see it's very serious with obviously our two main characters coming out, Obi-Wan and Qui. I can't say his name, I'm sorry. Anyway, as you can see, this is a perfect way to start off a game. And the guachiest level is in as the two characters blow up. And they blow up in the guachiest way. They literally fall out of the vehicle. Then the player is spawned into a room, and this is where they will learn how to use the Force and interact with many different things to unlock studs, which will ultimately get you earn characters in the cantina, and then also help you further in the game. This star room has so many different things to teach the players what to do. First of all, it has these little things. Fight them lifesaver, you get studs. This starter room is basically the perfect tutorial for a player to know what to get. They interrupt the seeds to get some out of it. Then they'll go over and fight these kind of like boulders, I would say, and then they'll get some more studs off that. And then the two main characters will be Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. In the main Star Wars movie, Qui-Gon is supposed to lead Obi-Wan and be so then the player will break open a door and they'll be met with combat. And this will teach you how to fight these droids, as these droids are very annoying in this game and they keep shooting you a lot. See, it even teaches you to not build while the droids are shooting at you. Anyway, this level ends off in the perfect way. You unlock this droid character which will basically teach you how to open doors with specific characters, and then the characters will go into this spaceship thing and the level will end. This is the perfect way to start off a game, teaching the players the key main things and which will set this game to be a great game. Anyway, let's get on to the episode 2 of the Phantom Menace. In the next level, we are introduced into this forest cave setting where our main two characters in the first level are indeed back, and we are in this first level now, and we'll learn how to interact with plants, and also the player will have to deal with a lot of droids coming their way, and we'll have to use their obviously lightsabers to fight them. This level has a perfect opening and does have a perfect intro to tell what happened from this thinking, and also the kind of remember the vehicle they went in from the first level. Yeah, this carries over to this level as they arrive in this, and this is a perfect way to set off the second level. The second level's key main feature is when we get this cutscene of the characters meeting Jar Jar Binks. Now, this is very similar to the one that happened in the movie. If you watch the movie, you'll remember that Qui-Gon gets Jar Jar Binks underneath the van, and this is a really adaptation doing it. Because in the movie, Jar Jar tries to thank him, but he's arrogant or something. He has a bit of an ego. And this perfectly represents it, showing that the animation is accurate to the movie. Then this will tell us how good Jar Jar is and how to use his abilities, as is the main part of the game. The player will really know how to use Jar Jar's abilities in the next level, as we'll have to use him to jump on these platforms, and it's really used for this level in my opinion, learning how to jump different characters. Because on free play, there's also this mode called free play. I've not gone to this yet, but you'll have to use different characters and switch over to them, and knowing what their ability is in these levels really just helps. So this level really just help you get to know the ground levels of the game, and how to switch from character to character in moments needed when you need to fight or when you need to jump. It ends up in a perfect way as the player goes underwater, and we get a really good cutscene. Now, it's a shame we didn't actually get to go to this underwater palace in the game, but I guess the dev doesn't have time, but it really is a great cutscene. As Jar Jar swims underwater, then they ask this guy to travel to a planet. Yeah, I've not watched the movie, so I don't really know, but this game really just gives you a good idea of what really is going on in the movie, in my opinion. And then they obviously get this, Stingray ship, and then into the next level. And then we'll talk about the next level now. In the next level, it's about escaping from the palace, as we do meet two new characters. This queen-like character and, this, I'm sorry, I've not watched Star Wars before. I've watched a couple of it, but like I don't know every character, and I'm just going how like what surprises me is how this game can be so good for a guy that's never even watched Star Wars before. Well, I have watched it, but you know what I mean. Anyway, in this level, you learn how to use these kind of gunshot characters levels because you know they don't have a lightsaber, so at first you assume they're weak, but no, they're not. They do. This level shows you the many different abilities that these characters have, like shooting people, obviously, and then also a grappling hook. Then later on, you'll be reunited with your obviously the Jedi's, and this is a quick way to show how you can contrast between characters. Obviously, the Jedi characters use the like break items, fight characters use the Force, but also the characters with the guns. So obviously, you know, jet past some things and shoot things from far distance. So they both have the different abilities, and it shows the player how to come into use and to swap in important moves. And this will be very important for the later start of the game. The level ends off with our main characters jumping down, and we can see another comedy X of Lego X, a series of Star Wars, showing how much this game works to combine the two, and then obviously a character jump on top of them and escape the palace. And this will set up the next level, which they end up going to this like kind of like metallic like spaceship, I would say, and this will set up the next level as they go far away. Level is pretty controversial in the Lego Star Wars community, as some people really like this level, and to be fair, I can kind of see where they're going from. It's hard, but this level is really improved in the original version. See, in the original version, if you was like very far away from the character in a certain time, you would end up losing, like completely just going back to the start, and this was made a lot of people hate the level. And ever since that got removed, I would say this level really is much more enjoyable, and it's like Mario Kart in a way, but you know, you have objects thrown at you and the mini kits and stuff, and you also have these guys shooting bullets at you in this level because they did not get the message right. And yeah, this level is actually really fun in my opinion. And honestly, if you get to like to know, this also will teach you a lot of the vehicle levels, because in this game, if I'm being honest, the vehicle levels, unlike all the main levels, are not that great. There's only some good ones, and so it will kind of teach you, if you like level, the hard ways of the vehicle level to get prepared in the future. And yeah, this does end with Anakin winning the race, so they get the thing they wanted to buy from that guy. Okay, next level, we are back in the palace, and you know, learning about the Force, and this level really just teach you a lot of stuff about the game in general, and this will really help you. I would say this level to help you navigate free play mode and switching between characters and all of that. And yeah. But in this level, also we find out about Anakin Skywalker and how like he can call for events and stuff, and how like little characters in the game like him and Boba Fett, just to name a few, can also do this, and how characters put together. For example, Anakin, no sorry, Obi-Wan. I'm getting confused. I'm getting so confused with these names, bro. Anyway, Obi-Wan breaking the event, and then you have Anakin Skywalker, obviously, you know, the boy, the kid one, going through the events and going to the side to obviously get the burn out so they can leave and escape from the palace. And it's kind of surprising they have two palaces in this game, but you know. And then also learn that R2 can also go across in this level, so that's really an amazing factor we learn. The level ends off if you ever can save these many cards from the battle droids, and once you save them, you can see they're all like better now. And then you have to use R2 to finish the level, obviously. So you get R2, switch over to him. It's very similar to the first level in a way, and this does open up to the final level, which I'll talk about in a minute. Probably the best level of this chapter, which is the battle with Darth Maul. And obviously you can see it's a really cool cutscene here, and it shows you how to deflect, and then this will lead up to obviously the ultimate battle against Darth Maul, with Anakin Skywalker and R2 driving away into space, and he's showing how he can, like, he's literally saying like, oh, you guys are shoot them, I'll just drive through them, and the level ends up in a perfect way. The Darth Maul death battle is a really long battle, and this makes it more intense as over time it'll build up. The first bit of it is you fighting battle droids and throwing like, and learning how to deflect off lightsabers, because you can't jump in this. And once you're doing the deflect, you'll then have to face throwing objects from Darth Maul, which you will then reflect and put in his way and repel him back. And this level really does teach you a lot, like, you know, how to, like, deflect bullets back to, like, they shoot you, but actually shoots them. And also later in the level, you will be jumping a lot on this thing, and it teaches you how to, like, jump. And also how to use the force as you go along to try and catch up the wall. This just builds up the intensity of the fight, I think, and I think it's really good that it's here. Then obviously you'll learn to use a force to make the bridge, obviously, in this bit. Then you move on to the jumping bit. And then it's the grand finale, but before that you do fight some droids. And then it's fine, and then he leads you through multiple doors. And then you'll get to the final grand fight against Darth Maul, which goes very... anything, but this is probably the best part of the game so far in the story. As you'll face the final battle, it's the two Jedi's versus the evil Darth Maul, as he uses his abilities to jump up and high. Darth Maul is a really good character for using free play, just saying, by the way. And anyway, as you repel him and you'll beat him to the ground, finding a way how to beat him. But this is probably the most essential. He kills Qui-Gon. And I'm sorry, but this is just emotional. I don't know how LEGO can be such emotional, but in this scene it really is. Then we have Obi-Wan fighting Darth Maul. They fight the clash. But all hope is lost. Is Obi-Wan gonna die? I was concerned at this point. There's no way. But then out of nowhere, a miracle happens. The lightsaber from Qui-Gon, it vibrates. And then it lands in Obi-Wan's hands. No, he jumps up and he kills Darth Maul, getting revenge for his friend. But the saddest part is when we find Qui-Gon is actually dead. Anyway, ends up in the perfect way with a parade showing out all the characters, and in the ending, this is just the perfect... This is SEMA, bro. I've never watched the original. I mean, I have, but I barely remember it. But this is just SEMA. The great way to end off this story in Phantom Menace. A part series, so this is only covering Phantom Menace, and only episodes will have each one. So like I'm bringing up to like 6 parts to this. So yeah, this is part 1, and there's a lot of other stuff in this game that I would like to mention as well. The Cantina fights, you can see right here. There's chaos, pure chaos. Getting new characters in the shop. There's so much good stuff in this game to do, and I really like how this game is. And yeah, this is my retrospective of LEGO Star Wars Complete Sega Phantom Menace, and stay tuned soon for when I will be doing the Attack of the Clone Wars and all the other ones. I'm really looking forward to doing A New Hope as well. And yeah, I am playing for these levels as we speak right now. At the minute, I'm on the 3rd one, and yeah, I'm just going over it. And yeah, so yeah, you should expect Attack of the Clones to be released soon. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this video, and I really enjoyed explaining why this game is a masterpiece. And I really cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. And remember, guys, stay... may the Force be with you, because it's a Star Wars video. And as always, remember to stay cool, and I'll see you guys in part 2 just soon.